Good morning, loves, or whenever you're watching this. I'm just doing some work this morning and just really thinking about things very deeply. I made a post yesterday on social media about where our thoughts are and how important it is to check them. Because as we know, our assumptions create everything in our reality. So, what are you thinking right now? What are you feeling right now? Are you distressed? Are you joyous? Are you grateful? Are you afraid? Are you upset? Are you fixating on all the negative going on around you? Or are you pulling your mind into where you want life to go? Because that's the key. When we think somebody something, they become that. How many times in your life have you had an argument in your head with somebody and almost that exact same thing has come to surface, come to fruition, come into your existence? This is the power of our thoughts. And the beauty is when we can really pull ourselves into the blank state, that state of creation, commanding our divinity to align with the universal divinity, with the universal presence, that higher power, that God source energy, whatever word you use to describe it, we then can bend space and time and create things so much quicker. We can then see things around us shift. We will Things will not appear the way they did to us. We will see them from a different perspective, and then our external will reflect that back. And this is where I want to teach that to everybody that I can. There's a lot of manifestation coaches out there, a lot of, laws of the universe coaches. And all I want to do is guide you to your divinity. That is my presence here in this world, is to guide you to back home to your divinity. It's always been within you. It's just coming back into alignment with it and believing in yourself, believing that you are worthy, believing that you have that power. A quote that I read once and it stuck with me is people are not afraid to be disempowered. We are afraid to step into our power because with great power comes great responsibility, and I don't want to create a limiting belief with that. But when we realize how powerful we are and we can't blame everybody else for what's going on in our lives anymore or going on in our existence, we can then really step into it and embrace it. It's that earth school understanding that we're magnets. When we're needing external validation from others or others to come to us, or we're in a state of emergency, a state of fear, a state of, a lower state of consciousness in our lower chakras, when we're dealing through trauma, loops of trauma, perception through trauma, in that space, we're not creating because we're taking energy off our surroundings. We're taking energy off others and circumstances and things going on. When we can attune into that higher energy, and we can take that energy from source where we're meant to get it from, like the flowers take the energy from the sun. We're meant, and the air, that's where we're meant to take our energy from, not from other people. Do you think the flowers in the garden are going, oh my god, that flower's prettier than me, or it stands taller than me, I'm just giving up now and I'm going to die? No, they don't. They know how amazing they are, and the bees will come to them. The bees come to the flowers. The flowers don't go to the bees. And think of that the next time. And I love to use analogies because I find it makes things so much more tangible. Like, we can talk about energy till we're blue in the face, but how can I explain energy to you? Because you're going to perceive it differently than I do. Step into your power. Understand that you are as worthy as me. You are as worthy as the person next to you, of success, love, abundance, anything that you're desiring. And anything that you do desire is meant for you. Let go of the bullshit that it's not meant to be, because it's only not meant to be when you give up on things. That's the cold hard truth. And I was raised to think, oh, it's just not meant to be, blah 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 blah. And then I realized it's not meant to be because my assumptions have created that within me. My assumptions have convinced me that I'm not going to work for this, or I'm not worthy of this, or because this person shows up this way, or this circumstance shows up this way, I'm going to react in a way that pushes that energy away and becomes repelling instead of magnetic. Being magnetic means coming into our feminine side. And this is the same for men and women. We all have the masculine and feminine aspects. And when we're constantly chasing or pushing at something, what are we going to do? We're going to repel it. When we come into our feminine and understand that we pull power from source, energy, God, whatever the word you use is, and we flow it out of us and we're okay as we are right now, that's when we become magnetic. It's when we open our hearts up and realize that our self-concept is amazing. We realize that we are amazing just as we are right now. And tomorrow we're going to be even more amazing. And the next day we're going to be even more amazing. This is expansion. This is how you become more magnetic. So whatever you're going through right now, give yourself a pat on the back. You're going to make it through. You've made it through 100 difficult days before. But right now, you have the choice to shift your mindset. Right now, you have the choice to envision the life that you want and become that. Come into alignment in it. And the reason a lot of the time is we get hot and colds in situation, or things will come in and then they stop, is because we have these belief systems in our head where we don't quite believe it. It's like it's too good to be true, or when is the other shoe going to drop, or I've always known that when good things happen, bad things happen after. Let go of those beliefs. Believe that only good happens. Believe that you are a creator of everything amazing and you're magic. And watch the magic come into your life. Watch it flow to you. Watch you have others come to you for guidance. Watch the most beautiful synchronicities happen to you. Play with that energy. Ask for a sign. Write down manifestations. Write down things you want to see. Start with things that you have no resistance to. So things that you have no emotional attachment to. So maybe write down, I'm going to get a free coffee today, or a free tea, or somebody's going to smile at me, some random stranger, or I'm going to get a phone call from this person. Write those things down and let them go. And when they start happening, believe them. And it might not happen today. It might take a few days until you come into that state of flow, out of that state of resistance and fear. But play with it and you'll realize your power. I asked the universe for a sign the other day and I had the most crazy synchronicity. So I was looking on Instagram and this local radio station that I follow that never comes up in my newsfeed came on with this very specific story. And then I went and turned on my old radio. I never listened to the radio, ever. I listened to satellite radio or, Apple Music or whatever. And I turned on the freaking radio an hour later. And that announcer that had that story that showed up in my Instagram, which never does, was talking about that exact same story that I saw an hour before. Like, there is nothing that can explain that. Nothing, excuse me, I'm sitting in my office and there's an unmade bed behind me right now, so if you see that, I apologize. This is sort of an impromptu, I'm not prepared at all for this, but I wanted to share that. And those are the synchronicities and the miracles that come in. And accept them when they do. Accept them and be thankful for them. And the more thankful you are for them, the more gratitude you will have. Anyway, I love you. You're going to see how quickly you can shift things. I want you to do this, and I want you to report back to me and tell me what has come into your life. Tell me what manifestations, what desires that you wrote down without attachment to, without resistance to, come into your reality. And if you're just watching this now, go back to the beginning of this one because this is a good one. This is a good video. That's the reason I came on looking like this today. Anyway, I love you. If you're looking for some guidance and some healing, I have a full moon or new moon healing circle on Monday, May 30th. Come and join that one. If you need the link, send me a message. The events tabs are in the top of the group, or if you're watching this on YouTube, they're down below in my Linktree link. But yeah, come join us. I love you. Bye.